This is where things are interesting. We got two new things we're doing. Well, one new thing we're doing, but this is some pretty hot news out of the powers that be concerning Wilamette Speedway. Okay,
I'm here. I'm ready for this.
Well,
you know why? You know why I'm ready for this?
I give up. Why? Turn your mic
I give
on.
up. Why?
Warren, there's a switch on your mic for a reason.
Burn.
Because we're going racing Saturday, and I don't care what you say about it.
Man,
Tim
buddy,
Archer and I are on board.
I hope you're right.
Where's that switch on Joel's?
So, about 5:25, 5:30 tonight, just before the show started, we get a call. Answer the phone.
And it is Mr. Schramm.
Jerry Schramm. I said, hey, Jerry, what's going on? He says, you want something to talk about on your show tonight? I said, always. He says, I'm going to send you some pictures of the new Wilamette Speedway weekly format for all divisions, excluding the IMCA modifieds.
So, drivers, you might want to get your pens and pencils out.
That's right.
Well, actually, we're going to post this.
We'll get this posted.
Not?
Yeah, we'll get this posted on Moxie, and I'm sure that Willamette will post it, sometime after the show's
right.
over. So this will be the new weekly format for all divisions, excluding the modifieds, and the new points system. Okay? This is some interesting stuff.
It is.
Okay? So I'm going to read this as we go down the line, per line. And this is going to change things here at Willamette Speedway. Okay? Here's how this is going to work. All drivers, upon checking in, must draw a pill for each class they plan on racing that night. So if you're going to race more than one class, you're going to draw twice.
Nothing's changed.
Right?
Okay.
Hot laps / qualifying will be done in groups and by division.
Which hasn't changed.
Doesn't change. This does. Late models will go out last every week, and late model groups will be based off of pill draw. So whatever pill you draw, I'll put you in whatever group you're in. Okay?
So it's a free-for-all for all the other classes.
Yeah. What is the deal there?
This is how we line up, I guess.
Okay.
Fastest 4 out of each division will earn championship points and be in that night's trophy dash. Remember that line, because that's going to come back when we talk about...
Wait. Time out.
Yeah.
Championship points for the trophy dash?
That is correct. Here's how it's going to break down.
That's different.
This makes the dash a little more important to get into. This right
here... It makes it a lot more important.
This does a couple things. Number one, this is going to prevent sandbagging. You want them extra points to get in the dash? A win in the trophy dash is worth 4 championship points.
Boy, that's nothing. I mean, you're talking 4 points on a 1,000-point season.
Yeah, no, not anymore.
Things have changed.
What?
Pay attention.
Okay.
Pay attention.
I'm here, teacher.
Heat race starting positions for all divisions will be based off of pill draw. We will try to keep the number of cars per heat race at or near 8 cars with no more than 10. Okay?
Okay.
If there are 2 heat races, now this is where we got to start paying attention. If there are 2 heat races, the top 4 in each heat race will redraw for their feature starting position. Did you hear that?
Wait, hang on. Redraw?
If there are 2
for the feature starting position.
Yeah, if there are 2 heat races, the top 4 in each heat will redraw for their feature starting position. Okay.
So we're not lining up based on qualifying anymore.
If there are 3 heat races, the top 3 will redraw for feature starting position. If there are 4 or 5 heat races, the top 2, and if there are 6 or more, the winners will redraw for their starting positions.
Oh my!
So it doesn't
word.
matter where you finish as long as you're in the top.
Right.
So heat races are now counting for something.
Then you redraw. Wow.
Right. So now listen to this. All other drivers will start their feature based on finishing order of their heat race unless there is a need for a B or B mains, plural.
Right.
Okay?
And that's typical, is that not?
Okay. Now listen. Each week at Willamette, a different class will have its redraw on the front stretch after the trophy dash presentation to have their starting positions selected in front of the fans. All other redraw drivers will redraw their feature position at the pit lineup board at the conclusion of their heat race. Okay?
So they're going to pill draw to see which class pill draws in front of the crowd.
No. This is going to be, it's going to rotate. Every week's going to be a different class.
Announced at that time, I wonder? Or? or
however
ahead of
they
time?
started. I don't know. Didn't say here.
I was being a little facetious.
If there are 22 or more cars, we will have a B main or B mains, depending on the car count, and start 20 cars in the feature. After the heat races, we will lock in a total of 12 to 16 cars, or as close to that as possible based on the car count. Everyone else goes to the B or B mains based on heat race and heat race finishing position. Okay? Did you follow me on that, widescreen?
Copy.
Okay.
You picking up what he's putting down?
Here's how they end it. Okay, this is what the final paragraph says. This is a new format for Wilamette Speedway, and we will be monitoring and listening to see if there are changes that need to be adjusted. By all means, if you have a question or concern, please find one of the staff and not only voice your concern, but a potential solution to the problem. Don't come to them saying, hey, this sucks, we don't like it, this is wrong.
You're right.
You better come to them
Come
with a
prepared.
legitimate complaint and a possible solution. That way, they can have a format that is fair and consistent for everyone. Most importantly, have fun and get those elbows up. This is what was sent to us, okay? Interesting.
Very.
Here's what I find interesting. It's the new point structure we're going to talk about right now, okay? And we'll get this stuff posted up on Moxie.
You know, you got to think, with everything new, you know, we've had a lot of changes out with Willamette, folks. So with everything new, we kind of just need to try it out. Let's try it out, see what happens. Don't just fly off the handle the first day out there. And
I think,
this here,
that's what that last sentence covered.
Yeah.
Right.
I like the way Jerry's doing any of the changes he's making. He's
'Cause
saying, let's test drive them, see how they work out, and if they don't work out, let's fix it in an appropriate way.
So this is going to be interesting because now I see a lot of work for the girls on the grid.
sure, absolutely. But
There's
listen
going
to
to be
this.
some good communication amongst everybody.
Which is going to be difficult because I know how tied up
That's
that
a
radio.
high-paced job. That's a high-paced
It is.
job.
Oh,
man.
I've done that.
This right here, I want to get into this before we get into the 8:30 when we start our hot pit segment.
Okay.
This is the new point system. This is something I thought was interesting. Okay, here's A main points. 40 points to win the feature.
What did it used to be?
It was 100 plus in passing points, whatever. You know.
Oh, wow.
So this is something else that I noticed in this new deal. There are no passing points. It does not say anything, and that let me restate that. We didn't get anything from the staff, the powers that be, that says anything about passing points. Okay, I'm reading you what was sent to us. A main pays 40 points to win. And listen, this is where it keeps it interesting. It only goes down 1 point per position.
Right.
So if you finish 20th, you're going to score 21 points. 40, 39, 38, 37, 36, all the way down. Okay? Dash points, 4, 3, 2, 1. You finish first, it's 4 points. You finish last, it's 1. Just like we do for Beer Cup and Buzz Mitchell.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? Heat race points, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 for the top.
First through 10th.
Yep.
So every night, someone has the possibility of scoring 54 points.
54 points.
Right. If you win the dash, the feature, and the heat.
Yes.
That's interesting.
Okay. Now, here's some other stuff that's interesting. 16 points will be awarded to all drivers that run in the B feature but do not qualify for the A. 16 points will be awarded to all drivers that run in the B but do not qualify for the A.
Well, that's 5 less than 20th in the A.
Right.
Right. And each and every driver in the B gets 16 points.
Right.
Well, isn't it like about 4 years ago when they did something similar to this and Todd Miller swept the season?
I
I don't
know.
remember that.
I want to say something like that happened where they did this and he started up front and ended up sweeping the season.
I don't remember that. 16 points will be awarded to all drivers that fail to qualify for the A or B features.
That's interesting.
It is.
It's going to be interesting to get the explanation on that. And,
Well, what
and
I'm
you know what?
thinking-
And you touched on the passing points, and I'm going to venture to say that because nothing was mentioned of it, they're still in place.
I would hope so because passing
and we'll
points
get that cleared.
really changes a championship hunt for
Big time.
several drivers.
I would bet money on that. But we'll soon
this
find out.
one right here, this is the one that really I thought they This is a game changer here.
Yeah, it is.
Okay, it's from what we've seen in the past. Championship points will be awarded to the car or driver only. Example: if you have to miss a race, you may have a backup driver in your car. No numbers placed on a different car. Or if you wreck your car and need to use a backup, you may do so, but you, the driver, must drive that car with your number on it.
Yep.
So we're not going to be able to see somebody like, let's just use, let's examples. Let's say John Duty has to leave town, and he's a points leader. He can't say to his son, Justin, hey, put my number on your car.
Right.
That's gone.
And we've seen that in the past where they did that.
And it's been a traditional rule.
I kind of like this, in my opinion. But I'm not a driver or an owner.
From that aspect of it, I think it's fair because, I mean, I'm not calling anybody out, not picking on anybody, but last season when Lauren Cruzy totaled the Nova in that nasty three-car crash in 4,
right?
How fair was it to the rest of the street stock guys when they were running points that Kyle Yak, who is a shoe, drug that old nasty Camaro out, duct taped a 37 on the side of it, and 31, sorry.
How fair was it? It was absolutely 100% fair because it was a rule that you could do it.
That's right.
But in the spirit of things, now, I mean...
That rule's gone.
That rule's gone.
You're either going to score the points...
I think that's more fair to everybody.
You're going to score the points in your car or in someone else's car with your number on it.
Right.
Yep.
So I go out and wreck my car. Warren, hey, can you run my number? Nope. Sorry. Nope. That's out the deal. It's done.
Yep.
Okay.
I think it's fair. That's all I can really say about it, or that I have to say about it anyway.
Joey Tanner says the new rules structure is legit. He likes it a lot. I think if you're going to run for championship points,
you should be the one to run for the points.
And this makes your commitment real serious.
Yeah.
Real serious.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Because, and that was a rule that Claire had for years. What we saw last year with Lauren and Kyle, totally legal. It was for years we saw it, and I don't think we really saw anybody abuse that.
No, because it was the rule. It was allowed.
Right. But I mean, I could see somebody abusing that in a situation where, hey, look, I'm in the championship hunt. I don't know. I'm not real confident in myself because I'm nervous. Hey, can this guy here run my number for me because he's a great driver, which increases somebody's chance? I get that.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
That's kind of abusing a rule, but that's done. You're either going to score the points in your car with your number or somebody else's car.
But you're going to be the driver.
You're going to be the driver.
Well, you can have a fill-in driver in your car.
In your car.
Exactly.
They have to be in your car running your number.
Mm-hmm.
See? I think it's interesting. Do I like it? I think it makes things interesting. I don't dislike it at all. I'll tell you that.
No, not at all.
But if you're going to win a championship now, you're going to earn it.
Man, the Swears Trucking chat line is blowing up.
It is.
I wish they'd do the call-in instead.
So, Jeremy Shank. Here's an interesting thought. Jeremy Shank hits us up on the Swears Trucking chat line. He says, you shouldn't be able to receive passing points if a pill draw determines your starting spot.
Wow. I hadn't thought of that.
That's true.
Good point, Jeremy.
It's a very good point. Very good point.
Wow. Curveball.
See, and that's something that, honestly, I hadn't even thought of.
I hadn't either.
Yeah.
Scott Weinbarger, every lap counts. All positive changes for Willamette Speedway. Kudos to management.
Right on.
Interesting point that Jeremy made, though.
Absolutely. I mean,
because that can penalize a guy.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't want to say penalize. Wrong word. That can put a guy at a disadvantage who goes out and maybe starts up front because he did really good, and a guy that comes from the back row that's there because he didn't do very good scores more points because of passing. I get it. I get it.
Yeah, makes sense.
I agree with it. I mean,
if you're going to base it off pill draw, like Jeremy says, now if you're going to base it off qualifying, do a full invert, put the fast guys in the back, then it's fair. And which was the traditional rule for 45 years.
And here comes the fun part. Remember last year or the end of last season, we were on the air talking about Mikey Breakall in the championship hunt, and there was a big debate. Is Mikey going to run the heat race?
Yeah, there was.
Yeah, we talked about that
We did.
about an hour until Tony piped up and said, she's running the heat race.